Hey Budai Nation, e-commerce, loyalty programs and referrals. This is a topic that I searched for on YouTube and honestly I didn't really find good content about it. This will be our topic today, and if you stick to the end of this video, you will learn how you can set up your loyalty and referral program in a strategic way, similar to big corporations who have fat profit margins because of their loyalty and referral programs. Just a few numbers for you. So it costs at least 5 up to 25 times more to acquire a new customer than retain an already existing one in a loyalty program. Also, someone who refers or someone who is referred, they usually spend 200% more than an average customer, and also they are more loyal to your brand by at least 20%. And just a few huge advantages if you have a killer loyalty and referral program. You will see that your brand awareness increases, but even better, your customers, their lifetime value will be longer because the loyalty program is one more reason to stay with you. And also 49% of customers who are loyalty program members, they admit that they spend more than they would spend without a loyalty program. And also if you have a referral program, you will have a higher referral rate. Overall, we can see that huge brands like Amazon, Nivea, Sephora, and even Movement, they have at least 5-10% of their revenue thanks to the loyalty program. Sephora's annual revenue, 80% of that, it comes from loyalty program members. That's more than 25 million people. So loyalty program is crucial for them. And again, if you stick to the end of this video, I will show you 7 ways how these huge brands monetize on their loyalty and referral program. So here's the first point, guys. So I know there are many generic advice on the internet about loyalty programs. And here is what 90% of e-commerce brands who are not creative, they do, especially small, medium-sized business. So they install the loyalty and the referral app, and then they come up with a pointing system, and then people, they can get points, they can get a point for their purchase, maybe if they subscribe to your newsletter, maybe for social media engagement. End of the day, they get the point. And the more points they get, the more discount they can get from your store. So this is not a proper loyalty program. Forget it. So this is trash. You don't want to do it. What you want to really do is talk to your customers, figure out what they really want. And here are a few ways how to do it. Maybe you want to have a phone call with them. You yourself as the CEO or founder, you can directly call your customers and ask what they want to see more in the store, what they don't want to see in a loyalty program. And then you can send out a survey, ask questions. Maybe what we did in my company, we rewarded one of them with a $70 Amazon gift card. So in this way we got more replies. But end of the day, you want to survey them, and you really want to check your customer reviews, what they complain about and what they like in your store. Maybe you could give them more of that. So you really want to dig deeper, and I know this takes time and it's a constant learning process, but great brands, they make it playful, and some of them, they make it a VIP feeling. You will see it later in my video. I will show you examples, but you don't want to just keep it simple and boring because, you know, it doesn't incentivize anyone. That's why I really hate the loyalty programs of Tesco or Walmart, all of these, because, you know, those pointing systems are just super boring. I don't want to get some discounts because I bought many times in Tesco. I mean, okay, it's nice, but it's not the reason why I will go back to Tesco, right? There is some big difference between 2019 and 20, but you can see people, they mostly want early access to sales and also early access to new products. So actually that's something super important for them. They want to have some VIP feeling because they are part of the loyalty program. Also, I like this one, offers and recommendations tailored to you. So because they are a part of your program, you can really tailor your offers to them, and that's another huge incentive. So I think this can be a starting point for you, but again, ask your customers and constantly test new ideas. So here's the second point, back to playfulness and creativity. Here are a few examples that I really like when it comes to loyalty programs, how you should reward them. So, you know, many brands, they make it transactional, and people, they don't like to be sold. They don't want to feel that, you know, it's transactional because it really lacks human interaction and human connection. I really like what Nike did. There is this Nike app. Basically, they incentivize people to run more. The more you run, you can compete with other people, you can get more points, and in the end you can use your points. Instead of incentivizing the transaction, the purchase directly, they rather incentivize the activity, and this indirectly affects how much they purchase. You really want to think about what your products do for your customers. Nike shoes, Nike trainers, they help people to run better, right? So if they run more, then obviously they will need shoes earlier. They will buy more shoes. Maybe if you are a watch company, you can create a private VIP club for watch collectors, and you want to incentivize them to collect expensive watches. So that's how they will get your watches in their collection. There are multiple ways to do it, but maybe you should think about incentivizing the activity and the engagement with your brand instead of just directly focusing on more transactions. So here's my third tip, which is competition. So this works with certain types of audience. For example, high achieving business people, entrepreneurs, athletes, or maybe online gamers. But these people, they are competitive. They love competing with others, and you can monetize on this one. So basically, if you have a referral program or loyalty program, you want to create a public scoreboard, and when people they get their loyalty points, or they can get points for referrals, then they can get on the scoreboard, and you want to show the top 5, top 10 people, maybe everyone on your scoreboard. But the point is, people, these competitive people, they want to see themselves on the top, and that's how you can create competition. It's especially true for those brands where you have a crazy brand engagement already. I mean, if you are a huge brand, this will work super well. If you have a smaller audience, you have to be smart about it, because if nobody really engage with it, people they can publicly see it, you know, that's not the luckiest situation, right? So you want to use it probably not as a start, but if you already have a loyalty program and a solid brand engagement and you are confident in that, then you can start using the strategy. But again, bottom line, you want to use competition with a public scoreboard, and that's how you can incentivize people to score even more and more points in your program. So the next thing you can use, especially if your brand is positioned as a high ticket brand or a luxurious brand, or you really want to differentiate yourself in a way that you really care about your customers, you are not a commoditized low price brand, then you should think about a tiered model. And especially if you already have at least 100 members in your loyalty and referral program, then the tiering system really helps, because it's a kind of gamification. So it's like a video game. Let's think about Mario, for example. So in Mario, you can jump different levels, and of course it's really satisfying when you do it. And here you want to do the same. So everyone can start with the basic tier, where they can get some advantages compared to a usual customers, but not too much. And then they can jump to the next level, to the mid tier, and then to the high tier. And if you want to make it even more sophisticated, some elite tier, and so on and so on. And I brought two examples here for you, and one of them is Third Love, and the other one is Sephora. So Sephora is famous about their loyalty program. They have 25 million members of this tiered loyalty program at this point. It's a crazy revenue driver for them, and you can see how they can get more tailored packages, more financial benefits once they upgrade in this system. Just a few creative things that you can use. So maybe you want to consider giving them a lifetime discount, a lifetime coupon code that they can use. I think that's something crazy that I could see from a few brands. Or you can just send them, product samples of your future products so they can try, or early access, as I told you earlier. So there are many ideas that you can use, and I think you can all learn from these big brands. The next question is one of the most common questions about a referral program. Who should get the more benefits? The referrer, the person who already purchased from your brand, or the person who just got referred to your brand and maybe they haven't purchased from you yet? So here's my answer. If you are a small brand and your brand value, brand awareness is not crazy big yet, then you want to consider to give the same incentive to the referrer and to the new referred person as well. And you will see an example of movement which is actually not as a small brand, but they think they are still not at the level that they can give a smaller incentive to the referrer. So what's the psychology behind it? So these brands, they still don't have a huge brand value and they want to use incentives for their existing customers and referrers to attract someone new, to refer someone new. And if your brand is already big and you have a solid brand value with a long, with a lot of lifetime values, Nike, Sephora, then it's fine to give a smaller incentive to the referrer and give a bigger incentive to the new referred person. Why is that? Because their customers, they are usually a big fan of the brand already, and let's say I'm also use Nike shoes for more than 10 years now, so I won't be incentivized by a big financial reward to buy another Nike and not Adidas, for example. So if you already have a huge brand and a very high lifetime value, then you can focus on the new referred person instead of the referrer. But if you are a smaller brand, then you should rather do what Movement does, so give the same incentive to the old and to the new customer. My next tip is a paid loyalty program, and it's definitely difficult because you clearly want to overweight the price of the paid loyalty program with the value that you provide. The prime example is Amazon Prime, because those people who are the part of this paid loyalty program, on the average they spend 4 times more than an average Amazon customer. So it's definitely not easy to create, but I think in the long run you want to set up something like that because it can multiply your profits. So think about a paid loyalty program, and you can make something like a subscription like Amazon Prime, and there are multiple benefits. You can just give people a lifetime discount, you can get faster shipping, even free shipping, early lunches, all of that. Or maybe you can make it like a bigger fee and only just a one-time payment. So you really want to think about it, and I think once you get to that level, definitely something that will take your business to the next level. And here's my final point. So when it comes to a loyalty program, you really want to push it on every possible channel. Even those brands who have a solid loyalty and referral program, I can see most of them, they are not strategic enough and they could actually execute better on sharing it to their audience. So you should think about following channel. Of course, email marketing, you want to promote it for your new customers. You can add this to your new customer flow, to your VIP flow. You can remind people multiple times. Your SMS marketing, push notifications, you can put banners on your website and also on your packaging. Maybe you can use a QR code or some kind of label saying that, hey, scan this QR code and you will get access to our loyalty program. So you should also use the offline word, not just the online things. So there are many ways, and I think you should push it on all of these. Social media is another one. You can run a hashtag on the different platforms. So there are many ways. Loyalty and referral program is really a thing that it grows organically. It's very hard to run ads on these programs, so that's why you want to distribute it on every possible marketing channel. Hey Budai Nation, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you go down and you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you get updated of my newest videos. Our mission is to help at least 1,000 e-commerce business scale, focusing on retention marketing, because unfortunately too many of them, they just focus on acquisition and they just always chase the next customer, while unfortunately they ignore their highest value and most loyal customers. Also, I will put a 50-point email marketing audit checklist into the description. Go down and you can download it. This is what we use with our clients as well. And finally, before I leave, I will give you one more thumbnail. You will find it somewhere around here. Click that one and continue your journey in e-commerce retention marketing.